Chapter 7 Beneath the Surface. The next day in your bedroom, Adele fusses anxiously over you as you both prepare to head to the pool. You're becoming quite popular with Terry, Philippe, and this new suitor. Isn't it thrilling? It's flattering to command the attention of so many top-notch suitors. I'm excited to spend the day with them. You are. That sounds like they must be growing on you. Earlier that morning, after sneaking out of your room, you knock on Theo's door. To your relief, he answers it immediately. Violet. Don't say my name too loudly. I'm supposed to be seeing you in secret. Theo quickly ushers you into his bedroom, closing the door behind you. Not that I'm not happy to see you, but what on earth are you doing here? At the sight of Theo's familiar grin, you feel a rush of heat wash over you. I was hoping you could meet me at the ship's indoor pool today. I need help distracting Adele's suitors. Apparently, she's already invited Philippe to join us, and a new suitor as well. Another one. How does she keep finding these people? No idea, and I'm beginning to suspect that she would marry me off to anyone with a heartbeat and an estate. Theo tips his head to the side, looking thoughtful. That pool's supposed to be only for first-class passengers, but I'm sure I can find a way in. We lowly crew members have our ways, after all. Theo winks at you, a mischievous glint dancing in his eyes. I look forward to enjoying the fruits of your cleverness. I do too, but until then... Leaning forward, he presses a soft kiss to your lips. For just a moment, you allow yourself to melt against him. But then all too soon, you force yourself to pull away, sharing a final smile with him. You hurry back to your quarters before you're missed. I'm just looking forward to swimming. An excited smile crosses your face as you think of Theo joining you. Fantastic, I won't be swimming myself. It's important for you to look your best. To your surprise, she holds up an elegant new swimsuit with a suggestive cutout in the front. What do you think? I couldn't care less about impressing Philippe and the other suitors, but what would Theo think if he saw me in such an enticing swimsuit? Just the thought of Theo's gaze traveling up and down your scantily clad body is enough to make you flush with desire. I don't think this was real fashion back then for being on the Titanic, but I digress. Excitedly, you try the swimsuit on, turning back and forth in the front of the mirror. In an outfit like this, Theo won't be able to resist me. It's certainly a daring look, but I have to admit it suits you. Thanks for suggesting it. A short time later, you arrive at the pool with Adele. Laughter echoes through the long tiled room. The air smells pleasantly of salt water. I heard the pool was a wonder, but still, I wasn't expecting something so luxurious. Don't stare at the walls too long. Your suitors are here already. You turn from your beautiful decorations to see Philippe, Terry, and an older gentleman that you haven't yet met heading your way. All of them are wearing swimming trunks, though this works well to Terry and Philippe's advantage than the new, older gentleman's. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Violet, may I present Charles Yates? Call me Charles. It's a pleasure to meet you, Violet. I've heard good things about you from Adele. Charles. I've heard nothing about you. Really? Some details must have just slipped your mind. No, you're a total mystery to me. And a boring one at that. That's just Violet's sense of humor I was telling you about. It's nice to see you again, Violet. Even I can appreciate how swell you look in that swimsuit. Although I'm guessing you're not wearing it for me. He gives you a knowing look. Philippe's eyes light up, and he gives you what clearly he assumes is a suave smile. Dare I hope you're wearing such an enchanting swimsuit for me? You resist the urge to roll your eyes. Oh, I'd hate to make any of you jealous by answering. How considerate of you. I'm so glad you could join us. I appreciate a girl who's not afraid to dive into the fun. It sounds as though you're a very strong swimmer, Philippe. I have competed in swimming competitions back home in France. My breaststroke is considered second to none. What a shame we're not in France anymore. As he brags, you notice Terry's attention has drifted across the pool. Looks like I'm not the only one who invited a companion of my own. Although Terry's boyfriend carefully keeps his distance, you see him and Terry smiling at each other across the water. You're about to turn away when you suddenly catch a glimpse of Theo. He waves subtly to you as he slips into the pool. He just slips right in, huh? He made it. Now, if only I can find an excuse to get close to him. An idea strikes and you hurriedly turn back to your companions. Philippe makes an excellent point about swimming competitions. What if all three of you race to the other end of the pool? Oh, I'm not sure that's fair to these other gentlemen. I have a fierce breaststroke, so I'd be certain to win. Philippe, only a race can determine a winner. There's a reason people play big games instead of comparing who looks best on paper. You have to perform when it matters. Well, I cannot argue with you there. Very well. There's only one way to settle things. Terry looks across the pool to Will, determination flashing in his eyes. Yes, let's give our audience a show. As Adele arranges herself on a comfortable deck chair, you slip into the water to watch the competition. On my count, 1, 2, 3, go. Though Philippe is more technically proficient swimmer, Terry quickly pulls ahead with his powerful strokes. While Charles struggles to keep up with the younger swimmers, Theo takes advantage of the opportunity to swim over to you unnoticed. Here I was, thinking I couldn't find you any more attractive, Violet. Hidden beneath the water, he reaches out briefly, caressing the curve of your waist. You're already enough to take a guy's breath away, but seeing you in a bathing suit, you're leaving me no hope of survival. His gaze travels appreciatively over every inch of your daringly cut swimsuit. You're allowed to do more than admire it. You and Theo both sneak a glance back to make sure Adele and the suitors haven't noticed you yet. Seeing that they're occupied, Theo's hands moves underwater, brushing the fabric at your waist, filling you with desire and boldness. You slide your hand onto his, holding it against you, the heat of him contrasting with the pool's temperature. Do you appreciate how soft the fabric is? Without a doubt. I don't think I'll forget this for the rest of my life. As the contestants near the other side of the pool, you cast your own appreciative gaze over at Theo. You look very fine yourself. His tight swim trunks show off the hard-earned muscles to perfection. I'm just glad to be here with you. And to be enjoying the first-class treatment. If I wanted to swim in a pool like this big, I'd have to swim in a lake. The water really shows off your physique. Even though most of me is below the water. The very clear water. I'll make sure to swim gently so that no waves block your view. You both turn, a sudden applause fills the air. It looks as though Philippe has narrowly won the race. I was hoping they'd be slower. A shame he wasn't lying about his swimming, but I'll be back as soon as I can. Reluctantly, you make your way over to the other side of the pool, each stroke drawing you closer to the sound of Adele's compliments on Philippe's win. What an absolute thrilling victory. You're quite the specimen. Well, thank you. I made good use of my time in my family's estate pool overlooking the Loire. That dedication paid off. Have you ever seen anything so exciting before in your life? Paint drawing. I thought Terry did a wonderful job as well. With Adele watching your every move, you have to make some comment about the race, but you don't have to give Philippe any ideas. Thanks. I tried to give him some decent competition. Admirably done, considering you were up against the best swimmer in all of France. No wonder you won. Your ego inflated enough to have its own buoyancy. I found the contest invigorating, even if I was cruelly reminded how the years have caught up with me. The race did seem to keep them happy. If only there were a way to keep them so busy I could swim with Theo. The thought of Theo illicitly caressing you beneath the water thrills you more than any race ever could. And looking hurriedly around the pool, you spot a few guests playing water polo nearby. A drawn-out, involved game where I could sneak away. That would be the perfect solution. Distract my suitors to spend time with Theo. What if the three of you kept up that spirit of competition and played a match of water polo? Fastening your most winsome smile on your face, you glance around hopefully around your suitors. You could put on a bit of a show for me. I'd love to see how you do at the game. As luck would have it, I'm even better at water polo than I am racing. I know I'd like a chance to redeem myself in your eyes, Violet. Terry glances across the pool, making brief eye contact with Will. Why not? I'd like a chance to win one, too. With the suitors agreeing, you happily peek in Theo's direction, already looking forward to your extra time together. Just hold on a bit longer, Theo. The moment they're distracted, I'll be right there. As the men begin to play, you feign interest in the match, pretending to watch the game while secretly watching Theo swim in circles, nonchalantly drifting closer to you. Theo smiles as he swims closer, teasingly peering away and then back to you as if searching for someone else. Each glance fills you with some waves of desire. You're the only one he has eyes for. Suddenly a hard slap of a ball on the water brings you hurriedly back to the match. What do you think, Violet? Was the ball in or out? It was out. Though Terry and Philippe both cheer your announcement, Charles looks decidedly put out. Bad luck, Mr. Yates. I was sure the ball was in. I'm sure the next point will go your way, Charles. Fortune has a way of reversing itself, Mr. Yates. As the play resumes, everyone's attention returns to the game. Adele watches from the sidelines, completely absorbed into the match. Keep at it, you're doing great. You take the opportunity to quietly slip away, heading towards Theo at the other end of the pool. Theo's eyes light up as you draw near. You can't help noticing the drops of water that cling to his eyelashes, making them appear longer than ever. Looks like one hell of a game over there. Who's winning? No idea, to be honest. I've been a little distracted. Theo grins at your confession, making you pulse speed even faster through your veins. Although it's his first time in the pool, he seems utterly at home in the water. Mischievously, you push your hand through the pool, splashing Theo lightly with the water. Hey, what was that for? As you watch, he makes a show of wiping the water droplets away. You can't help staring as his hand slowly traces its way down the hard, muscular planes of his chest. Just for, fun? Fun, And I'll get you back for that sometime. A delicious shiver of anticipation runs through you. I'm counting on it. The ball splashes in your direction, reminding you both of the game. For the sake of our cover, I should check in on the game. I'll be right back. Just don't be gone too long. Under the water, he runs a hand along your back as you swim away, your nerves lighting up all the way to the other side of the pool. Checking back into the game, you're pleased to see that Will has joined in your absence, partnering with Philippe to make the match even more. Great save, Terry. Oh yes, Terry. Keep it up. I nearly had you beat. Nearly. Adele's eyes are unblinkingly, her attention focused entirely on the energetic men playing the game. Oh, how thrilling! Taking advantage of your sister's distraction, you slip away unnoticed once again, rejoining Theo on the other side of the pool. I didn't realize you landlubbers could swim so well. Perhaps we just need the proper motivation. Raising your eyebrows, you reach out, tracing your finger suggestively across his bare shoulder. His gaze darkens with barely suppressed desire. Slipping one hand beneath the water, he seductively skims the curve of your hip with his fingers. I thought of a way we can get to a little privacy. How are you at holding your breath? I'm willing to find out. You both take a deep breath, diving below the surface of the water, and just for a moment, you and Theo are finally alone. He swims forward, and your pulse pounds as he draws near, and then presses a kiss to your lips. In your excitement, you accidentally exhale, the air leaving your lungs. You swim up to the surface, gasping for breath. Theo swims up beside you. Are you okay? Yes, I'm fine. I just wasn't ready for that kind of a breathless kiss. Honestly, I wish I could have stayed down there longer. Want to try again? You respond by taking a deep breath and diving below the surface of the water. Theo effortlessly swims alongside you, reaching out to pull you into a kiss. The soft heat of his lips press against yours. This time you control your breath, determined to savor the softness of his lips. Though soon it feels like your lungs are running out of breath, you grip Theo, preparing to have to race to the surface. But instead of leading you to the surface, Theo softly exhales, sharing his breath with you as he holds his lips firm against yours. He pulls you close, the heat of his body overpowering the gentle warmth of the water, and for a moment it doesn't even feel like you're underwater. You slide your hand to the back of his head, deepening the kiss as you press the warmth of his lips against yours, savoring their taste. If only we could stay down here forever. Soon, you and Theo return to the surface and share a private smile before you swim back to the others. You arrive just in time to see Terry and Charles win the match. The two shake hands as Philippe fumes behind them, while Will smothers a smile, doing his best to hide his pride. If only we'd come out on top. Still, it was a great game. You guys were a great competition, and I hope our audience had fun too. Oh yes, it was an excellent showing. Thank you all for providing such great entertainment. You raise your voice as though to finish the sentence, hoping Theo can hear your words from across the pool. To your delight, he waves subtly back at you, looking amused. After a little bit more swimming, you all climb out of the heated pool, but you find yourself shivering in the wet bathing suit. My poor sister, you look as if you're going to freeze to death. You gratefully accept the towel she hands you, quickly drying yourself off as best as you can. Perhaps we should all visit the Turkish bath to warm up after our swim. Turkish bath? Is more water really going to help with the chills? Ah, yes, but it's not actually a bath. It's a glorious steam room. Well, 2 steam rooms. One for men and one for women. As long as the ladies' side is sufficiently private. Oh, yes, you don't need to worry about my reputation. As Philippe leads you towards the steam rooms, you pointedly catch his eye and nod at the entrance. He immediately mouths a reply. Be right there. As your shooters disappear into their room, you step into another where glossy tiles and bronze lamps gleam under a thin haze of steam. I just hope nobody catches Theo trying to sneak in here. Why wouldn't your sister come in her? Moments tick by and your shoulders grow more tense until Theo finally slips into the room. You let out a sigh of relief. It wasn't easy getting in there. Thank goodness I'm stealthy. I only doubted you for a second. You eagerly push yourself onto your toes, greeting him with a passionate kiss. He responds in kind, pulling you flush against his damp body. That's your reward for finding me. Is it now? Perhaps I should find you alone more often. You should. Breathlessly, you watch Theo peer around the room and wonder. Wow, I've heard things of like this in the newspapers, but seeing it in person, the ads sold it short. He gestures around in magnificent furnishings, looking particularly impressed by the luxurious padded chase lounge. You know, relaxing in the steam is one thing, but they also keep massage oils here to help clean your skin. Are you offering? I do get covered in soot on a regular basis. Imagine your hands sliding across him, oiled, bare chest, then lower. The thought makes you ache with a sudden longing. Enjoy the massage oils with Theo. A wicked smile curves across your lips as you reach for the nearby bottle of massage oils. Lie back on one of the chase lounges. Theo obeys, sitting back on the luxurious chair. He shifts around, slightly overwhelmed by its soft texture. You've never sat on anything so soft. The room is even more opulent than you're used to, but there's something charming about Theo's wide-eyed wonder. He's usually so sure of himself, but here, maybe I can take charge. Just relax and let yourself enjoy it. We both deserve this. Uncapping the top of the bottle, you spill a generous amount of oil into your hands, letting a few drops run over his back. The oil glistens on your fingers as you press your hands to his shoulders. A soft moan escapes his lips as you smooth the oil onto his still damp skin with slow, firm strokes. God, that feels incredible. It does, and I want more of him. Theo, lie all the way back. As he reclines fully against the chase lounge, you marvel at the way his broad shoulders taper to his flat stomach. Slowly, ever so slowly, you pour a thin stream of oil down the length of his well-chiseled, muscled chest. Chiseled, too, why not? I like getting to explore you like this, how strong you are. I'm glad all my days shoveling coal can give you something to enjoy. You stroke your fingers through the warm oil, skimming your hands over the hard planes of his muscles. As you work your way lower, your hands inching slowly towards his hips, Theo tips his head back, groaning in pleasure. Oh, God, yes. The sounds make you ache with want, your breathing catching as you slide your fingers even lower, past the waistband of his swim trunks. Is this all right? Wetness pools between your legs as you slide your slick fingers between his thighs. Uh-oh. Basically, you both got handsy. Anyway, hurriedly you both straighten your clothing, making yourself presentable. Before you leave, you pick up one of the fluffy white towels sitting on the table near the chase lounge. Let me help you. Using the soft towel, you wipe the remnants of the massage oil from his chest. You can't help lingering over the hard planes of his stomach as you do. Thank you, Violet. I never knew Turkish baths could be so exciting. Neither did I, but you're very welcome. Gathering you to him, he pulls you close for a final searing kiss. Until later. Your heart still pounding with excitement, you and Theo slip out of the Turkish bath into a small alcove. But before Theo can slip away, you both spot Terry and Will through the entrance to the men's room, standing together in another alcove, with their lips passionately met as Terry delicately cups Will's face. Will. Looks like we're not the only ones who wanted some privacy. Good for them. Smiling fondly at the two of them, you reach out to give Theo's hand a squeeze, just as you see Philippe strolling towards the men's room. Now, where did I leave that towel? I can't let them see him. You go, I'll warn them. As Theo slips away, you quickly stepped forward in Philippe's path. Philippe, I feel faint. Pressing one hand to your forehead, you swoon dramatically into the nearest seat. I'm afraid I've overheated. As Philippe hurries over to your concern, you see Theo catching Terry and Will's eyes with a frantic wave. They hurriedly pull apart. Mon Dieu, can I get you a glass of water, Violet? You let out a sigh of relief as Will and Terry slip out of the alcove and into the nearby changing room. I'm suddenly feeling much better, actually. It must have been a short side effect of the steam room. Well, while I have you, let me thank you again for a wonderful day, Violet. I hope this isn't too forward of me to say, but out of all the young ladies I've ever met so far on the ship, you're by far and away the most beautiful. As Philippe eyes you with obvious interest, you feel your heart sinking in response. Thank you, Philippe. That's very, kind of you to say. My pleasure. Now, if you'll excuse me, I forgot something into the steam room. With a final smirk, Philippe heads back into the Turkish bath. The moment the coast is clear, Theo, Terry, and Will quietly rush over to you. Thank you both for the save. Things would have gotten unpleasant if Philippe had seen us. I'm happy to help. We're looking out for each other after all. And we're both appreciated it. That was way too close, with Philippe taking this much interest. The closer I get to you, the more eyes will be on me. What are you saying? I'm saying I can't keep up this arrangement anymore. I'm so sorry, Violet, but it's getting too risky. I'll be sure to tell your sister all the right things. It's not you, it's me. Make sure she doesn't suspect anything. Terry, is there nothing else we can do? Can't we keep up the arrangement and just be more careful for a while? Terry looks over to Will, who shakes his head. I'm sorry, Violet, but today was just too close of a call. Beside you, Theo's face is solemn, but he gives Terry a nod. I know this is a hard decision. We appreciate everything you've done to help us. I just hope there are no hard feelings. None. Thank you for everything. Likewise, I wish you both all the luck in the world. But as soon as Terry and Will leave, you turn to Theo in despair. Your earlier bubble of happiness entirely burst. How are we going to manage to see each other without Terry's cover story? Oh, it'll make things harder, that's for sure, but at least for tonight, I've got an idea. Excitement in his gaze sparks a faint ember of hope inside you, pushing back the despair. Once Adele goes to bed, let me take you on a tour of the ship. Just the two of us. Without further ado, thank you all for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description. Plenty of things to check out, ways to support, and ways to become more of an intricate part of the community. Without further ado, let me say the following. Once again, I do apologize about being late on this. Been sick. In case you haven't checked the community tab and or watched today's other video telling that. Pretty much been sick, trying to get back on the horse, having a hard time getting on the horse. So, yeah. Look forward to more when I can and when I feel better. After doing the one video today, and now this voice is struggling, so I'm going to take a break. But like I said, I'll work on the other videos that I'm behind on as soon as I possibly can. Thanks for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.